Brad, product specialist here at Kinze, and today we're going to walk through how to set up and configure the Blue Connect account features, which of course allows us to utilize and have two or more planners in the same field and share that coverage data back and forth, as well as move the data up into our cloud. To get started, we have our two displays, just as a demo of having two planners in the mix. And we're obviously not connected to a planner here, but this process is the same whether you're connected or not. I am using a Wi-Fi hotspot, which of course is required in order to utilize the features. I'm just using a simple Wi-Fi hotspot to walk through. So in order to get set up and configured, we're first going to go into settings, and we're going to go to our Blue Connect option on the left-hand side. At the very top, there's 4 selections inside. Of course, the top ones are Wi-Fi Network. The second one is the name of the display, which you can make and name each display in the network. That data is recorded by display, so you always have a name if you want to name it, Dad's planner and Son's planner, however that works out. You have that capability. Otherwise, it's just the generic name inside. Of course, the account is the actual email account that you're going to set up and has the login credentials. And then you have the map sync feature, which of course allows you to share data between 2 or multiple units. And of course, you can turn that on and off at any time. So we're going to start with our Wi-Fi network. We're going to press on configure, and you're going to need to find the Wi-Fi network that you're using in the list. In our case, it's our Verizon option. And of course, it asks us for the password for that Wi-Fi. So we enter our password in. Hit our check. Ensures that it's connected. It says connected up here. We can hit our back arrow, and we can see that we have our Wi-Fi network highlighted at the top. I'm going to leave the name of the display, the default name, come down to configure for account. And of course, right now, we don't have one currently set up. Of course, you see on the left-hand side, there's an option to create one. Of course, we have to do that the first time we're in Blue Connect account. So we're going to hit create. We're going to enter in the email account that you want associated with Blue Connect. Hit our check. Enter a password. Confirm it. Checkbox. It'll create the account, and it'll give you a pop-up that says the account's created. Please go to your email and press on the activation link that was sent to the email address that you put into the Blue Connect account. So if we go to your email, you will see the account information or the confirmation email that you got. And all you need to do is simply press on confirm. You'll get the feedback that says the account is created. You can just hit OK. And now we can go back into the sign-in status and continue to sign in now that you have the account created. So again, we just need to enter our password because we auto-fill your email. You'll get the sign-in successful, and we'll ask you if you want to turn on map sync right away. In this case, we will. We'll enable map sync. We see map sync is on. All right, so we're ready to go. This one is set up. So in order to do our second display, since we already did our configuration in this first one, it's a matter of going through the same steps. We're just going to go to Blue Connect. We're going to connect to the Wi-Fi in probably the other tractor. So let's say this one was in one tractor. This one, of course, will need its own Wi-Fi in order to use in the field. In this case, we're using the same one because we're super close. Again, we need to enter in our password. Once we have our connected icon, we're going to go back. Now we can go to account, and since we already have our account set up from the other display, we can simply go in here and add in our email that we have with our account. So our password. Get our sign-in is successful. We'll hit OK. Map sync is now turned on. So now both of these displays are ready for map sync, all right, and where you can share tasks and load the same task. So let's go through the example just to show you how this would work. If we go into Manage, and we're going to make a task. You notice at the top of the screen, there's a cloud icon with a green check up there. It just simply means the cloud is active and it's currently up to date. So we're going to make a task, basically preload a field. So we simply hit Add. Again, this is prior to you ever being hooked to the planner. Same rule applies if you're going through and loading a task in the field, hooked to a planter. So we're just going to type in our grower as Kinze. Our farm is just Farm 1. Save. So now this one was made on this display. If we go over to our second display, we can see that it was downloading there for a second, and now our task is now on both of these displays. When you're going to start planting, you're of course both going to select the Kinze Farm 1, Field 1 option on both displays. As you start planting, you'll of course have both coverage maps show up on your display. So just to show you kind of what that looks like in our training or demo mode, we can go into our training mode and I'll just show you what it looks like. Turn our training mode on. There's an option here in training mode for pre-populated headlands. I'm going to turn that on. Go to plant. You can see there's an additional task that needs to download or sign into another account that's by default. We're going to check make a new one. We're just going to go into the field just so we can see what those pre-populated headlands look like. So when you start planting, for example, of course, the dark blue in this picture would be the other planter or this display currently planting in the field. And of course that updates automatically with map sync turned on in the same task. A lot of people ask what kind of update times are we going to be dealing with utilizing the map sync feature. A lot of variables come into that fact. The biggest one is quality of your cell phone service. So really it's a 5 to 10 minute window. If it's real good cell service and you're on the top of the hill, etc., it could be as quick as a minute or two. So a lot of variables in there, but we kind of give you a range of 5, maybe 10 minutes at the absolute max. Of course, if you lose cell phone signal as you go over top of a hill, you come back on top of the hill and you get signal back to your Wi-Fi spot, it will automatically update and of course the map will fill in. Again, it does it automatic. Again, one of the unique features of Map Sync and Blue Connect is there's no unlock codes or feature unlocks to get this feature. With the model year 22 software, this feature's in there. You just need to go through your login and credential sign up like we went through, provide a Wi-Fi service, confirm your email, and you're ready to rock and roll.